It runs through gas like crazy. What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. I'm here with James Franco. And today, you didn't like that. Today, I'm gonna give you guys a quick list of 5 things I hate and 5 things I love about the car. It's a little dirty right now. Looks like it rained. It's snowing in May for some reason. She looks nice. James Franco here. I have the honors to turn on the car and get a nice little cold start.
So how do I turn it on?
There's a switch on the bottom right switch. You just gotta flip it up once. It's not open. Oh, I think it is. Is it fun? Sheesh. Alright, good. We're on our way. We're gonna go to O'Reilly or AutoZone. Because when I got the car, it already came with the paint super swirly and there's like chips in it. So I might get it painted in the future. But in the meantime, the least I can do is try to get those swirls out. So what the video is about is obviously 5 things I love and 5 things I hate about the car. I couldn't think of 5 things I hate. So we'll start with those. I have them on my phone, so. Okay, number 1 thing, it runs through gas like crazy. When I drive it the way I want to drive it, it'll last maybe 4 days. And then about $70 to $80 a tank gets expensive. If you were to do that every 4 days, you're at $40 every couple of weeks. What is that? $300 a month just on gas. But I don't drive it every day, luckily. I switch between Sam's car because we work at the same place, so it's easy enough. The second thing I don't like about the car is that there's this weird chipping sound that comes from the windshield. It sounds like there's a rock hitting it. When you're driving on the freeway, there's like a little rock that chips your windshield. It sounds like that, but nothing's ever happening. It's almost like the car is just settling into place or whatever. And then you get this like chip window cracking sound, and it kind of freaks you out at times. The brakes squeak really loud. So they're semi-metallic. And for those of you guys who don't know, semi-metallic brakes are gonna be a lot more noisier. Ceramic brakes, if you have the money to spend a bit of extra cash to get those, I highly recommend them because they're gonna be a lot more quieter. They leave less brake dust, so your wheels end up staying cleaner. Record the snow. Look at this. You live out here in the desert. So I guess back to the video. So that's basically all I have for what I hate. Another thing I do want to mention, and this is something to look out for if you're in the market for a GT350, is hopefully he can pick it up on the camera right now, but on the hood right here, there's like this silver patch of paint that's been scraped off. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, right there in the center. Can you see that, Uli? So I don't know if you can see that. It's right there in the center. And basically what it is, so basically what that little chip thing is, windshield wiper is scraping up against it. So I don't know, Ford just misaligned or whatever, and I think this is pretty common for just general S550 Mustangs. So that paint chip, that's annoying. I didn't know what that was from initially when I bought it, and I didn't notice it until probably about a week after. So if you're gonna buy one, look out for that. Okay, so now for the 5 things that I love about this car. So number 1, my favorite thing is that it's fast as hell straight out of the factory. So 526 horsepower and I think 429 pound-feet of torque. I mean, I posted quite a few videos of comparing my car compared to other cars in a linear acceleration test. I haven't lost a race yet. I mean, granted, you know, if there's a Hellcat that pulls up next to me, I know better. I'll probably still race it just because, you know, to see how it does. But yeah, that's like my number 1 favorite thing. It's just so fast. It's ridiculous right out of the factory. So number 2 is just the way it looks stock. So fresh out of the gate, the car just has this like street presence. Like you can immediately identify the difference between this and a regular 5.0 Mustang, obviously from the grill. Grill just looks so aggressive. It really just looks like it wants to like beat you over the head with like a bat or something. It's so intimidating. I haven't seen my car. Damn, what do you think? Should I go back? I should go back. Yeah. Okay, well, we're turning back. We had plans to go to O'Reilly or AutoZone, and it's probably only a couple miles away from my house, and the snow is sticking really bad. And if you own one of these cars, or you know anything about these cars, these come stock with Michelin Pilot Super Sports, which means that they're summer tires, so they're not going to do very well in wet conditions or cold. And it's snowing pretty hard, and it's starting to stick to the ground, so we're getting a little like, let's say I'm like scared, but this doesn't look very good. It's sketchy, yeah. Back to what I was saying, car looks really good from factory. You can immediately tell the difference between a 5.0 and a Shelby. The front grille is mostly what gives it away. But not only that, the wheels, I think the backs are 11.5 and the front is 10.5. So the back sits like pretty flush. It's pretty cool. The bar is already pretty low. You can lower it still. I think most springs only lower it, I think 0.75 inches or even just to an inch. Kind of brings me to my next topic, or my number 3 like thing about this car is gonna be the aftermarket support. So even though this is a specialty or a special edition Mustang, it's still a Mustang. So you're gonna have a lot of support. You can basically do anything you want to these cars. You can get wings, you can get spoilers, you can get splitters, you can get all kinds of wheels, you can get supercharger kits, just basically basic bolt-ons. Is this guy not gonna go? Do I fit through? Yeah. We're gonna be taking this real slow. This stop sign, look. Bro, who would have thought?
Left it wasn't. Left it was nothing, bro.
So back to the aftermarket support thing. You can bag these cars, you can get coilovers for these cars, you can just get regular lowering springs for these cars. Like I said, simple bolt-ons like long tube headers, X-pipe, resonator deletes, cold air intakes. You know, it's super easy to get a tune. But my next thing that I love about this car is that it's like a special edition car. So it's a Shelby, obviously. A lot of people might say that it's a fake Shelby. I was kind of telling him yesterday, as a matter of fact, that the 2013 and 14 Shelby GT 350 or 500 were the last actual Cobra or Shelbys, because Carroll Shelby did die during that time. So the new current GT 350s and 500s are realistically, they're really just SVT models for the Ford Performance. That big of a deal. I mean, badge says Shelby, there's a Cobra on it, so I'm gonna call it Shelby. And then a cool thing about having a specialty car is that it's gonna hold its value a lot better than like a regular 5.0 or a V6 or an EcoBoost Mustang. I don't really worry about putting too many miles on the car. I bought it as a daily driver. I love it. You know, I'm gonna drive it as much as I want to, as much as I need to. Okay, last final thing is gonna be how much attention the car gets when you're just driving around. It's probably like at least once every time I take the car out, someone notices what car it is and they're just like giving me thumbs up, or there's like a little kid, you know, like yeeking over the way the car sounds. And then that's another thing, the way the car sounds. I mean, this gets talked about way too much in other videos, but just the 5.2 Voodoo engine, flat lane crank, man, that's hard to say. It's probably one of the best sounding V8 cars. In my opinion, it's the best domestic sounding V8 car that you can get. What do you think? You agree with that? Or do you think there's a better sounding V8 from factory?
Factory, yeah, no. They don't have, a lot of cars don't have the active exhaust.
Yeah. And that's another thing I like. I guess I'll just add that to the last final tip, is the active
Is
exhaust.
that a free tip?
This is brilliant. I'm gonna go quick though.
Single like 40.
Someone already crashed. We're currently on the highway going home. You can barely see anything. This is crazy. This was like in what, 10 minutes that it just switched up. But wish us luck on our way home. That's basically gonna be it for the video. Those are the 5 things I like or I love about the car, and the 3 or 4 things that I dislike.
And we gone, boy.
Like he said, we're out. Like the video, comment, so hit the subscribe button. Right now I only have like 45 subscribers. I want to get to 100 by the end of the summer, so it helps me out a lot. Hit the like button, drop the comment, hit the sub button. See you in the next one, and